Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. As you might have read, we are doing a case study on British Airways Flight 9. Hey, you sat on that one. If yes, it is still not retired. And no need to worry, it was brought back when it was repaired completely. I bet it is now in good state. So now what happened too was not a small disaster. It was a huge one, but everybody survived. So let's get started. Soekarno-Hatta International Airport was preparing for an emergency landing of Boeing 747. What had happened to it? Before we know, let us know about the information. So it took off on 24 June 1982 from Soekarno-Hatta Airport to Perth International Airport. It had three pilots, Captain Eric Moody, First Officer Roger Hargreaves, Engineer Officer Barry Townley Freeman. So now what had happened? Why was Soekarno-Hatta International Airport preparing for an emergency landing? Let us know the answer from aviation enthusiast Tilak Mistry.
Thank you very much, Advik. So let's continue. The weather reports of aviation are much more preciser than the ones that we read in newspapers and see on news. So that's personal information for y'all. And now the weather report said that it was clear. The weather was clear. So nothing expected like a thunderstorm or like that from Speedbird 9. Oh, sorry. That was the calling code of British Airways Flight 9. So now there was smoke found in the cabin. Now smoke in 1982 did not mean fire because smoking was allowed in 1982 in planes. So it was assumed to be cigarette smoke, but it was soon realized that it consisted of odor of sulfur and it wasn't. Soon engine 4 started to malfunction and stopped working. Now what the pilots could see in front of them was a thunderstorm view like the one you can see on your screens right now. So what happened to the all those precise weather reports of aviation, you ask me? Well, the weather was still clear. Now you see, if the weather was clear, how can the thunderstorm view come in picture? It is because no. Change of line. I won't tell it right now. I will tell it later on in this video. So the thunderstorm view came in front of the pilots, and then the engine 4 was already malfunctioned. Engine 2 followed by 3 and 1, all of them stopped functioning, and now the plane did not have engines. The pilot started to glide the plane by turning on the APU, but the cabin soon depressurized, and because of that the oxygen mask dropped. But there was a problem in the first officer's oxygen mask. It was not working. It was just broken out. So the pilot could either stay up and give the life of the first officer, or come down below 10,000 feet to save his life, but also risking everyone's life. So the pilot took the second, riskier option. He came down below 10,000 feet to save the first officer. Soon the thunderstorm view went away, but there was a huge problem now. The plane had zero engines working and it was about to crash in a mountain. It was about to crash in a mountain in 5 minutes. So the pilot just gave a mayday to the ATC. The last talk of the pilot with the ATC was that we have lost engine 4, and then they gave a mayday. So their tower thought that it was due to the engine 4 mayday, but then another plane nearby in the same frequency told them that it was all engine failure mayday, not a single engine failure. So then now only one thing could have happened: the pilot trying to restart the engine and the engines restarting, and they climb again and land immediately at the nearest airport, which was of course the airport which they took off from. So the or The other option was they would just crash in the mountain. Now it did not crash, so don't worry. All the engines one by one restarted and they went above the mountain safely, went back and landed. So now why was that view of thunderstorm and all four engines malfunctioning together and starting back together? Why was all this thing going on? So researchers said that an active volcano had started to erupt just above the flight route. Yes, it was a miraculous flight over the volcano, which is our title as well. And everyone survived that one. So that's all for today. Now, aviation is the future, aviation will be everything. This channel is dedicated to make aviation safer. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment if you have any questions. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.